Alright, we good to go. So, obviously this is Felix's last session.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. So hopefully one day you can come back, join the crew.
Maybe. A couple months or so.
We'll get him promoted. He can be the reeve of a town somewhere.
Right.
Or we'll just take over town and give it to him.
So, on the last time here, the heroes that were at Kermont, you guys shipped off for Fort Vignan. In between, you came across some bandits, where you found a large shiny, if you will, and some other trade goods. Upon coming to Fort Vignan, you essentially sold the loot, had kind of like a mini shopping spree, and then Oliver kind of went off and did his own thing, went to the more unsavory parts of town and did his roguish thing. And there's also a little escapade between Oliver and Kaladin, where they're playing Street Rat. And then
I prefer Assassin's Creed Jr.
Oh, okay, Assassin's Creed Jr. And and then they went back to the inn where they heard some strange rumors on the way back up to the room. So, with that, I suppose we'll leave it there. And I think, like I said in the chat, the main purpose I think of this is going to be to kind of fade Felix out. And then obviously we've been talking about what we're going to do with the new group and everything. We're going to have like a new session 0 for that. So besides Felix, like you, Kaladin or Bulgarian, is there anything that you were looking to do specifically?
No, I think we're good. We're just looking for fun in all the wrong places.
I think we wanted to possibly pick up some potions and stuff, but maybe just hold on to that a little metagamey there, but just because we are going to be coming into a new game.
Right. Okay, so Felix, I kind of had you stay behind at the inn, with the large shiny that they picked up. It's this. You left it with him, right? When you went.
No, I grabbed it back.
I thought you did when you went on your escapade, because you didn't want it to get snatched.
I thought I just pocketed it. Like I'd taken it off, and like I wasn't wearing it during the escapade.
Okay.
I can't remember if I did. You can say whatever. Like, doesn't matter to me.
No, that's fine. I thought you said you'd handed it to him, but
I honestly could have. It's been a week. I don't remember.
Right. Well, it's all right. We'll say you just pocketed it. So, Felix, you kind of spent the rest of the day and the evening kind of in your room, chilling out. Just going over things in your head. It's been a very hectic last few weeks, to be sure. So I suppose we'll pick up with anything specific that you wanted to do.
As Felix just chilling out in the inn, I could be a dick and just leave them. Just run away. I don't think I can do that.
Go for it.
No, I think what Felix is doing is he's just kind of sitting in his room. He's looking through some of the books, some of the stuff he got from Burgle, Burgle Baron. But he's being a bit distracted. He's thinking a lot about what's been going on the last week or so. What he's been doing, the big fight at the with the giant knoll he's playing over in his head a number of times.
And as that image of kind of that giant creature as it's crashing through, you replay that over and over again as you just kind of absently flip through one of Virgil's journals. A couple moments pass while you recall this, and a small slip of paper falls out of the journal.
I'm gonna just pick it up, open it up.
It's a piece of the journal, like a page of the journal. It's been folded over a few times and kind of like almost like thrown in there, stuffed in there randomly, and you just see, with crayon, just what looks to be a picture of just a little girl, and then a big kind of squiggly lines, got like a big fat head and some just like blue kind of robe looking things on, and it just says Felix and Juliana, and there's a big sun in the background, and there's like there's some grass, there's like a big, like a giant flower that's like as tall as you are.
Felix is just gonna stop and look at that for like a good solid minute before like closing the journal and just kind of sitting up from what he's doing and just kind of gonna be deep in thought for the next like half hour.
Yeah, definitely. You have probably overall, you probably have like several hours, I would say, until they come back. They went on that escapade. Before that, they said they were going shopping and whatever. So you've just been kind of doing your own thing for. Essentially, you have a few hours. So whether you wait a few hours for them to get back, or you kind of have free reign with the way the timeline worked out.
Okay, so I'm not going to do a whole lot in that time period. I'm assuming that probably happened a good, like, hour and a half into that time period. I'm probably going to go get some food at one point, go back to studying, not make much headway.
Right, so
Yeah, that's about, yeah.
So you spend the next hour and 20 minutes or so before the others get back, and you just you run through the steps, through the routine. You attempt to study a little more in your book, and it just seems almost as if like your mind is foggy. Again, you keep playing over these things that have happened, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to focus today. As you're flipping through the books and you set it down to give your eyes a rest, you hear a clattering up the stairs as Kaladin and Oliver come up.
I'll just pocket that picture, not in the book, but in like my robe pocket or something. Back already?
Yeah. It was interesting.
Find anything good?
Not yet.
What? So I'm not gonna lie. I think by the time we had got to the end of the game, I was pretty much falling asleep in my chair. I don't remember what we were scouting out.
So you guys were scouting out. Essentially, uh, Oliver found some like thieves' cant, some markings around this building. They were trying to scope out that sketchy guy that Belgarian ran into.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. But we hadn't found anything yet, right?
No, you guys were just essentially scoping out the place, finding out how you could get in.
Yeah, nothing yet, but definitely could be the next great adventure.
Next one, How how long have you been like away from your family?
3 weeks, not long.
About the same.
Getting a little homesick.
Uh, nah, you could say that. Less the place, more the people, you know.
I can understand that.
So, so run through what did you find again?
Oh yes, and I pull out a. It was like almost like a fist-sized gem, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a
It's like,
fish-sized sapphire with several smaller ones kind of encrusted around it.
and I'll hand it over to you, and
Ooh.
it's been like freshly cleaned, and yeah, and I'm like, we went to see a jeweler, and she said it was made by like a famous jeweler family, and oh, I also got you this, and I'll hand you a ring. It's nothing special. I think it has like a small gem of unknown whatever. And I'll be like, I figured you might want to keep at least something. Maybe when you decide, if you decide to start enchanting, or if you want to get it enchanted.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. This will do nicely. I just slip it onto one of my fingers, a gem pointed inward to match um, the chromatic orb diamond one.
It's cursed.
Oh.
Now you can never leave us. You have to be here every time.
That's our.
It's a promise, Felix.
It's a promise ring.
No, that's excellent. I'm gonna grab the large gem for you gently and just look it over for a minute.
Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful piece. It has just a very like ornate and detailed like pattern that's around it. It's just inset like this gold pendant essentially with with this giant fist-sized gem. Um, and you can just tell by looking at it. It's like antique. It's ancient. It seems to be some sort of heirloom that's been passed down generations and generations. Um, Definitely seems to stand out as something that your average person definitely would not have something like this.
Oh yes, that is very very valuable. That's
We're not
probably
like
more.
we're like up in our rooms, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I will like get a little closer. Like I still think people are listening in and be like, the jeweler said it was worth like 10,000 gold pieces.
I nearly drop it like starting at that. Oh.
Yeah, I was just as
genuinely hand
surprised.
back, like, oh, um, uh, uh, mm, so what's? What do you think we should do with it?
You see Kaladin's face kind of drop a little bit, and he says, We should find its owner, as that would be the right thing to do.
I mean, it's certainly the honorable thing to do. It's
Well, I
It's a
would
lot
be
of wealth.
remiss, as it is a beautiful piece, and you're right, a lot of wealth. You're right. It's not ours to keep.
Do we know who used to own that thing?
We haven't searched that hard yet. We were hoping it maybe had some sort of sign or something on it. When we took it to the jeweler, I was hoping maybe there was some sort of calling card or tag, but the only thing she could tell us that is it might have been made by a house Cineran. It might have been the makers of it, but I don't know if they owned it. Excuse me, House Cineran is the guys who run Fort Vignan.
Yeah.
I'm reading my notes backward. The mark of the Ernevere, is that how I pronounce it, Dill?
Correct.
Well, as much as I'm not a huge fan of the kind of people who would be able to afford something like that, I'm really not keen on the risk that puts me in.
Nothing like wearing a fist-sized blue target on your chest.
Yeah, that'd certainly be. It's not really inconspicuous, is it?
No, but
Well,
I don't even know where to start.
it does seem like quite a burden. I can take that off your hands. As Oliver reaches out.
I clutch it closer.
He kind of gives a smirk and pulls his hand away.
Definitely acting like the child who has found a new shiny toy. Maybe that's what we can do. I believe there is royalty in the city, and we found it on the road here, so it might belong here somehow.
Is this is the same? This is the Clan Cineran place, isn't it?
Correct.
So I was through here a little while back, and I do know the what's it called? The not the aide, but the
Steward.
the steward. I do
Well,
know
stewardess.
I do know the stewardess of this town of that clan, Clan Cineran, who is the local nobility. Or a girl known as Kala. Kala is her name. We could go check with her. Oh, when did he get an accent?
Just now.
Just now. Just as he's leaving, he's getting the accent.
He's a mimic. Quick, stab him. Or doppelganger.
All along, it's a long ploy.
I heard meme.
Hmm.
He's a meme.
Yeah, he's definitely a meme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm chewing ice. So yeah, why don't we
I can
see if we can gather an audience with them and try to make amends or gain some favor or something.
wait. Real quick, how was this thing found? Was I around where we got this, or?
We
Yeah.
had left you with the carts, but we had found, or Oliver, I think, had found some tracks, and we found some hobgoblins and a couple of bugbears that had been waylaying the carts. and so we killed them and took their stuff.
Okay.
I think there was some stuff for Mr. Augusto, so we sent a letter back to him saying like, "Hey, we're not expecting anything, but just remember us next time we're back in town."
Yep. Yes. If there's a major trade convoy, like it sounds like this thing was part of, the clan very well would be the ones to contact. That unless there was a merchants guild in here, but I'm not quite sure about that. Either way, the first people to contact, I want to find out who owned this thing. Going the legal route, of course, would be Kala.
Yeah, if we can set up a safe contact with her, that would probably be our best bet.
Okay then. Let's what time of day is it?
When they're getting back, oh, it's definitely like late at night.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we did that super late.
okay. So tomorrow, morning, I can try to get you guys an audience with him.
Yeah, it'd probably be for the best. For tonight, we can sleep,
Yes, yes.
and I'll
Yes, I could use some sleep.
wrap the necklace up in some cloth and pocket it again and go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. So Felix, you kind of slowly drift off to sleep, holding the folded piece of paper. As the world goes black. Kaladin, as you shut your eyes, a few seconds pass. As you begin to drift into sleep, your breathing becomes rhythmic. And you see a vision of, much like when you were at the ruins next to the old just the archaic statue of the long forgotten god. You see this vision, the same vision of this knoll kind of passing in front of you, looking directly into you, and then passing by. And you're swept out, and just going like 1,000, 2,000 miles an hour. You just see as these mountains go by. You see the sand scar just as you're drifting, heading straight into the scar. You go, who knows how far, and you stop and hover in place, and you look out over the emptiness. You go down, descend into the earth, and you see a warm glow. It's red and pulsing. And after a few seconds, you see a shimmer, a similar vision. And in that vision, you just see a realm of inferno. And then you're snapped awake in a cold sweat.
I will notate in my journal. I'll like write everything down as meticulously as possible. And try to like calm myself and maybe let myself go back to sleep.
Yeah, it's probably like roughly 3 to 4 in the morning. It's not quite dawn yet. So it takes a little bit. You write in your journal and you kind of snooze for another hour or two.
Yeah, even if I don't like sleep, just like lay back down and like calm myself.
Yeah, and then everybody awakes, um, uneventfully. Um, most of you to the smell of bacon, eggs, hash, just all the breakfast fixins.
Eat. Gosh. Eat. Alrighty. Downstairs I go.
So as you guys begin to wake up and corral yourselves for the day, you make your way downstairs um, to the counter where you order, round of breakfast for each of you, and um, yeah, and then you guys set off towards House Cineron. Are you guys leaving immediately, or did you have something else you were looking to do?
I'll spend probably a little bit of breakfast just telling them about what I saw, and that we should definitely, if we haven't, maybe tell some more people about what had happened.
Excuse me for a minute. I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
Because last time I did that was in the cave that was like flooded with magic. That was planar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you spend the 10 minutes drawing your sigils out onto the floor, and kind of doing your quick little thing. Everybody gives you space. Most are just kind of eating their breakfast, just like, what's this guy doing? And as your eyes begin to glow just like a very light cerulean blue for a moment, then back to normal. You look around. Nothing seems magical here. Nothing out of the ordinary.
While this thing is still up, can you at least show the gem right now?
Yeah, I'll
Just like
nonchalantly, like slide it in in the cloth over the table to you, so you can if you want to look at it subtly or whatever.
Yeah. Does that look magical at all?
No. It does look to be an exquisite piece, but not magical in nature. You feel the familiar signal of the circlet atop your head, but besides that, everything seems normal.
Well, at the very least, there's no planar magic around. And that thing doesn't seem to be magical. I'm going to optimistically hope that was a dream.
Probably just my imagination, just running a little wild. I've fought a lot of weird things lately. We fought a lot of weird things lately.
No, certainly.
I'll let you guys know if I have any other weird dreams. Does make me worry a little bit I get a little bit of that homesickness now.
Yes.
Well, anyway. Then I'll repocket, or if you want to pocket the gem, however you want to do it.
No, I'd let you keep it. No, that's fine. Yeah, let's finish up and head over to House Center. And I want to. Yeah.
So let's go looking.
So you make your way across the city. It doesn't take terribly long, maybe like a half an hour or so. Half an hour to 40 minutes. As you're kind of making your way through people setting up all their stands and stuff. And you go up the familiar kind of hill that goes up this kind of small straightaway is lined kind of every maybe 30 yards or so with like just a pair of guards leading up to the gate. And as you see this black iron gate, it's guarded by two more. One of them recognizes you and after a few seconds and calls out to you. Hey, I see you're back.
Yes. Is Kala available for an audience?
I'm not sure, but we can check. He looks over
Thank you.
to his compatriot on the other side of the gate. And just one moment. He goes in. You see him as he walks across the courtyard and into the keep, into the estate. He walks out a few moments later and opens the gate. Yes, she's in her study. And he leads you in. The other guard that was guarding the gate kind of like falls into like the other side of the flank to, like so you have one guard on each side of you, leading you up. It's almost like passing the baton. Like as you get up to the steps, the other guards take over. You're kind of familiar. You've been here a few times. And you're brought into the estate of Cineron. You walk up the stairs over to the study of Kala. The door is maybe like an inch ajar. It's just barely not closed at this point.
Just kind of give it a quick knock.
Yes, come in.
Slowly open the door. Kala.
And you see a slender figure on the other side of the room behind the desk, with kind of like long silks on and the glasses. And she comes over to you and gives you a big hug. Felix, how are you doing?
Not too bad. It's good to see you again.
I was so worried for you all. She takes a moment looking around.
Well,
A few unfamiliar faces here, but that's okay.
yes.
Where are the rest of you?
I have the group that was here the last time around. Alan did not survive the Knoll stuff, as well as Cleese. It's unfortunately. Felix is very awkwardly trying to do this.
Yeah, she kind of after you mention Alan, she just kind of solemnly looks down and she kind of puts her hand on your upper arm and squeezes a little bit. It's never an easy thing.
No.
I'm very sorry.
Branagor is back in home with his people. It's been a stressful couple weeks.
So it was you then? I heard stories of a man 200 feet tall and 1,000 gnolls against 6 people. Most of it, I bet, was hogwash, but
yeah. There's kernels of truth in all of it.
I wouldn't say 100 feet tall, but I was easily 12 feet at the time.
Yes.
So modest. He rallied us, and we fought and won because of his leadership.
Yo, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Giggity.
Whatever gets you through the night.
fine fine company you have here, Felix.
Yes, they're very good people.
My apologies. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Kaladin, and I will do whatever I think. Like she's nobility, right?
Yes.
So maybe like a slight bow because I'm not sure of her actual station in the hierarchy here.
She gives you kind of like a half curtsy, kind of half bow, mimicking somewhat of the same fashion that you do. Kala Gresser. And she holds her hand out to you.
I will take it and shake it.
Take
Do
it
what
and
it-
shake it, baby.
Yeah.
Didn't take it.
Shake and bake. Let's do this.
So she goes over to Oliver, does the same.
You give her the high five, slap hand, front and back, knuckles, boom.
Exactly.
She kind of like does the first two and then gets lost and kind of pulls her hand back and yes,
This is where what we do where I come from.
very well. So, I assume you're not just here to say hello, Felix. Is there something I can help you with today?
Yes. We on the way here we came across a what seemed to be a caravan or cart that was beset by hobgoblins. From what I could tell. And once these things were taken care of, we found this, and I kind of gestured towards Kaladin.
Yes, we found Kaladin. Do you know where he lives? So we can give him back.
I'll I'll hold out the gem.
She chuckles and oh, and
Yeah,
as
not
she,
chuckling now.
as she looks at it, she adjusts her glasses and hovers over. My word. Where, Felix? Where did you? Hobgoblins, you say?
Apparently, that's what they seem to be.
Where was this?
Nasty folk. Where was it?
On the road from Kermot through the mountain pass. About halfway, there was a goblin encampment. They were waylaying the caravans.
Foul creatures. Well, this is a remarkable piece. To be honest, I've never seen anything like it. At least not openly on display like this. I can tell you, I've never seen this before. But I can take a look. See if
Yes. Do you have
I know
any?
anyone.
Yes. Anyone who of, and I gestured back to the gem of this kind of wealth that would be have been traveling past that pass in the past. I don't know. Did we figure out how old this thing?
It was like
How long
300
these things
years
have
or
been
so.
on?
Yeah, like forever.
Oh, not the gem. The how long the things have been waylaying people.
They had a lot of stuff, so I think we had figured like a while.
Oh, okay. Anyone of that kind of wealth who's gone missing or have a caravan gone missing? I can't imagine someone would lose something like this and not make us think about it.
Yes. I suppose you're right. I haven't heard anything, but the master's back, so possibly he knows something. Can't say for sure. But I'd be more than happy to look into it for you.
Thank you, Kala.
Of course. and she yeah, she takes it, carefully
Of course,
carefully holds it, and
if nobody claims it, we'll be back for it.
of course, yes, yes. So I suppose I will see this right now. Um, unless there's anything else I can help you with.
I don't believe so, at least on my end.
She nods.
Go on and kiss her. Like,
Did he say kiss her?
yeah, she likes you. Go kiss her.
No.
She obviously likes you.
I-
Hey, anybody can see that. Roll your insight.
Oh, yeah. That
Should ask her on
Felix
a
is
picnic or
awkward as
something.
hell.
I know.
It, no.
You're like that kid from South Park that threw up every time the girl looked at him.
Pretty damn much.
So there's a few awkward moments where I assume that Bulgarian is whispering this out loud, but like everybody can
Just-
hear it.
Just enough for her to hear, yeah.
But like nobody's acknowledging that it's happening. They're just kind of like standing there awkwardly.
Just like facepalm and walk away.
And then she, well, I'll go see to the master now. See what I
thank
can
you.
find out. She walks
Alright.
off.
And I smack him playfully in the back that, dude, ask her to go for a ride in the country or something. There's no harm in that.
It's not my place. She's nobility.
We're all nobility inside. The only difference over her from you is that her father or great 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 grandfather beat up someone else. That's all. That's the only difference.
And has a shitload of money.
Well, that's because he beat up someone else.
True.
Look at the money we have from funding that caravan place. 3 more of those, and we could all retire.
Eh. Doesn't take that much money to retire, depending on where you are.
Well, see, there you go. You could probably buy a title of nobility with that gem.
I hear there's good property in Shen.
There you go. There's a whole town out there waiting to be repopulated.
There certainly is.
All right, so what do you guys want to do now? Any more stuff needs to be teaching a lesson to?
I heard there were some giant ants that needed punching.
Giant ants. Sweet. Giant ants are cool. What if they make good pets?
I don't think
Or
so.
around?
Kind of have this whole ant thing going on where they just eat everything.
Yeah. But, if it's not your stuff they're eating, it's okay.
Yeah, true.
So you guys want to go find some ants? Or is there something else? Or...
I'm cool with killing ants. Unless Felix has other thoughts.
Cool. That's supposed to be quiet, not quit.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
not how you spell that either. No, Felix is kind of just.
Go on, Felix. You look sad. What's better?
I don't.
You
I don't think fighting big monsters is something I need to do right now.
All right. Well, what do you want to do?
I want to fuck off to the woods.
No. Well,
That's-
I don't blame you. The woods are nice.
I've been, yeah. I've been thinking about what Branagor did after the fight.
What did Branagor do?
He went home.
Oh,
He helped kill the big freaking thing, took his money and left.
yeah, I don't blame him. Sometimes that's best. If if you're homesick or need to go home, I definitely do it.
I think
We could accompany you to your home, sort of a last farewell trip there.
nice. I take out the little picture that was in my pocket. And just unfold like half of it. I think it is. I think it is a good thing.
All right. How far away do you live from here?
About a week's journey.
Well, then why don't we?
That's not even. I gotta go back to Kermont first.
Okay.
You are in no. You guys are under no obligation to accompany me. I can protect myself on the road.
Yeah. Well, we're
It's,
getting bored around here anyway, fat and lazy. We might as well accompany you. Unless you don't want us to, and if you really don't want us to, and you just want to go, or if you're going to be,
I mean, it's I don't mind the company, but it's a couple days down to Calmont, and I don't even know if I want to go back to Fransport quite yet. Actually, it's only been a couple of weeks, isn't it? I should not go back to Fransport quite yet.
Well,
I think I'm gonna go back and maybe help fix some shit.
all right. Well, good luck in whatever you do. I know you'll do good at it. You've been a fair companion and a stalwart guide.
Thank you. Thank you.
I robbed the party loot to give him a bag of whatever we have for gold.
I refuse. I have like 400 gold on me.
Oh, that's not for a week.
I rob him then.
Yeah, we look at each other and we both rob you then.
As like
It ends out even.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
like 6 sets of guards are just like squinting at you as you're in like the main foyer of this
Oh,
estate.
I figured we didn't just stand outside her office
No, I
awkwardly. I
know.
thought
I
we
think
were like,
we're like walking on our way out or something as we're doing this.
Right. No, that's fair. I just thought it'd be funnier.
but like we're saying this as we're walking out, so the guards are like, "Are these guys gonna rob this dude?"
No, he'd beat the crap out of both of us.
Say, be a real serious about it. I got some fun tricks.
I like being not on fire.
That's it.
But no, I really appreciate your guys' help at the with Knowles. I appreciate you guys' company. For what it's worth, for all the shit that happened, I at least had some fun along the way.
Well, there you go. Well, if you ever need help with anything, send a raven to find me or Fluffy. We'll come help.
Pop orbit on my shoulder. I can make do.
There you go. All right. Well, I guess this is goodbye.
For now at least.
Oliver goes over and shakes her hand. Aye, it was nice meeting you.
Yes, I hope you we meet again, it's under a little bit better circumstances for both of us.
Maybe the next time you'll be in chains.
If I am, I expect
Preferential treatment.
I expect services in kind. What am I
You
thinking?
got it, buddy.
Yeah, close enough. It's been good. I'll keep an ear out. I'll probably be in Shen or around there for the next little bit at least.
He nods.
I'll see you at the jail's a little bit more comfy than you were in last time.
See you around.
Yeah. I start walking.
Okay. So, you're we're gonna do the hex thing for you real quick. So go ahead. You don't
Okay.
For the farm. You don't have to roll. So you can go. I would say 3 spaces today, and then yeah. So it'd be like a day and a half, day and 3/4.
Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3. Well, it's more like 1, 2.
Well, there's still 1 for the farmland. You just don't roll because, yeah.
Oh wait, so how many do I have today? I have 3
So
today.
3, yeah. So you do
Okay.
2 more and roll 2d6.
Two rolls. Okay.
All right, uneventful. You wake up the next
Uneventful.
morning, ready to go.
Yeah, I 2. That'd be 2 before I'm at the gates.
All right.
The
yeah.
one time I'm not rolling really high on these.
So as you go down, you can see just over the horizon because you're kind of on a plateau at a certain point. You can see the still like abandoned makeshift camp that you guys use as like the forward camp before the Battle of Shen. You pass by that. You continue, and about midday, you look over and see the same path that leads down to the encampment that you just cleared out. And as you go forward, you make the rest of your trek up to the gates of Cremont, where you are led inside. You make your way down the familiar S-shaped path down to the almost ravine-like city area of Cremont, and find yourself outside of the door of a quaint little shop, the Little Cyclops. From behind the door you can hear tinking of glass and then a "Oh, so Juliana, put that back."
And wait, is it open? Like,
No, you can just hear it like muffled from the
Okay.
other side of the door.
I mean, is the shop like
Yeah,
active
open for the
on-
day. Yes.
Open for business.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like right now it's about dinner time. It's probably close to the shop closing.
Okay, so I'm just going to like knock and then open the door. Not gonna like wait for a response.
As you walk into the shop, the little service bell rings, and you see Juliana kind of bent over with like a broom in handle as she's like going to town. You see Virgil kind of like pointing to her and yes, pick it all up, and he kind of stops mid sentence. Felix.
Virgil.
And
It's,
at that, you also see Juliana kind of like whip around and she spills. Her trays kind of just has like a bunch of glass shards and stuff. She spills them back on the floor and goes back and sweeps them up real quick and stands back up.
I go over to Juliana, like do the like kneel down thing and give her a hug.
She gives you like an awkward hug with like she's got stuff in her hands.
Yeah, well, like take this up and like put it on the table or something. I found your drawing, and I reach into my coat and pull it out.
She looks at the drawing and kind of like looks away.
Thank you. It was a good thing for me to find.
She draws you, and she like wraps her arms around your waist and kind of like nestles her head into your kind of like a diaphragm area, like just above the belly.
I'm saying this almost to Virgil as well. It made me think. Made me think of what I should really been doing now that that threat's over. I I don't think people going out and doing those kind of fights have a really good chance of survival. I don't think they have a chance of really. I think I could make more of a difference doing something else.
Virgil comes and stands next to you and puts his hand kind of on your. I mean, he's short, so it ends up being kind of like your upper thigh, like hip area. And he gives you a nod. Smart man.
It's, I've made a number of friends since I left, and most of them or half of them are dead. And Branagor, the big guy, I think he had the right idea. I think I'm gonna go. Well, I have a decent amount of money since after all the stuff there, and I think I'm gonna use put myself to work over in Shen. I think it's gonna need a bit of a hand getting stuff back together.
I would say so.
And I have a bit of a. I think I can still do some studies there while I do that as well. I don't think it's a one or the other thing.
It's all one step at a time, Felix. That's a learning for you.
Yes, yes.
Slow or fast? One piece at a time.
I think I'm gonna try out slow for a while. Zero like that. So, Juliana. So if I'm not gonna be running around getting myself into life-threatening situations every day, I was wondering, would you prefer to join me going and fixing up that town we were through? You can stay here if you'd like as well. I just thought I'd give you the option.
She kind of holds onto your sleeve and... yes, please. Take me with you.
What do you think? Do you think that'd be good for her? I started Virgil. I'm not really the best at this kind of thing, but I can certainly try.
You and I... well, you do have a knack for this thing. Magic, that is. So You're quite studious. And he shakes his head. No, no, that simply won't do. No, 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 no. And he snaps his fingers. And there's a brief, like, woof, as a couple of the lanterns flicker and then come back. And he has just a big suitcase with him. Alright. I'm ready to go.
Would you... are you thinking of joining me as well?
Well, of course, Felix. It's not every day that you find a fellow Arcanist that, well, has so much potential. I'd be waiting another 100 years. Plus, I can't have you stealing my star pupil here. And he kind of, like, ruffles Juliana's hair. She kind of, like, gives him a scowl.
Through this, Felix's, like, kind of, like, demeanor, he's kind of started getting, a little bit mood picked up, but as he's Burl's going through that, he's onto a full grin. Yes, I think I'd like that. I think I'd like that a lot.
Plus, who's going to oversee your studies? I am a licensed Arcanist. If you ever have hopes of getting that license yourself, well, you're going to need a teacher.
If Burgle's next to me, I'm gonna pull him into a hug with Julianne as well.
There's like a split second. He kind of nestles up and he's like, nope, 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 nope. And he pushes you away. And then he looks over both of you and smiles.
As much as I'd love that, what would you do with this? And I just gesture around to the shop.
Bah. My time has grown quite stale here. It'll be okay. He pulls out just an ordinary kind of worn brass-looking key. It looks just terribly humongous in his hand. It's like, given his size. I'll lock her up and call it a day.
Just like that, then.
Just like that. I have everything I need right here. And he pats his suitcase.
Okay. So, to Shen?
Nowhere but.
Yeah, he said nowhere but. Eh.
He kind of pulls at Juliana's sleeve a little bit. But you still need to throw that in the trash, young lady. And she kind of like, huh, and goes over and puts it in the trash. Well, now that that's done, here we are. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Get out, get out.
Okay.
And as he shoos you out the door, he hands the suitcase to you. It's like it's bulging. It looks like it's about ready to explode. But as he passes it to you, it weighs like a feather. It's like nothing.
Interdimensional?
Well, I have my tricks. He goes over to the door and goes over as he locks everything up and goodbye, old friend. And then takes the suitcase back from you and puts the key in his pocket. Oh, one more thing, Felix, could you kindly run in there real quick, into the back room, and grab my journals 1, 5, 7, and 72, please.
15772. Got it.
So
I rush back.
as you open the door, you walk out and you're you're outside of a building down the street, and he just you can see him from down the street. He's pointing like he's like slapping his knee.
I try to walk back. I open the door I came out of. Is that into a different place?
Yes. Yeah, and
No,
it's
you've been
a
punked.
normal shop, and you can see somebody waves to you. It looks to be like a bakery of some sort.
How far away was that?
Maybe I don't know, 20 yards like down the street. It's like a straightaway on the street.
I misty step back over to them.
Yeah. And he oh 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 ah.
You'll have to teach me that one.
Well, it's in Journal 72. He rummages around in his bag and pulls out a journal that just says Virgil Baron, number 72. And he puts it back in his bag. Gives you a smirk. All right.
All right then. It's a long walk, but
My legs could use a good stretch. And as you guys walk now back up the familiar S-shaped path and out the stone doors of Cremont, you look back briefly as the doors shut to see a flickering reddish glow of the interior of the city that's lit mostly by braziers and whatnot. And then back overlooking the kind of shanty town area of Woodside. And then you continue on out past the wooden gates and onward towards Shen, hand in hand with Juliana.
So, you know, that's the proper ending to a movie.
yes.
And that's all, folks. That's all.
There we
for-
go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot for that, Dylan.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Good closure.
Yeah,
Yes.
I had a couple of story threads, the potentials depending on what you wanted to do. So I threw.
And now
in
we know where.
Yeah.
Now we know where you live in case we ever really, really need you.
There you go.
Special guest star for tonight's adventure.
But in all seriousness, dude, I wish you the best. You know, it sucks that you can't play, but obviously life happens. So, you know, if your schedule clears back up, just give us a holler.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Exactly.
Yeah, sucks that it's happened this way, but I really enjoyed playing with all of you. I really appreciate you putting this together, Dylan. It's been fun.
That's one of the best endings I've ever had for a D&D game.
Character alive,
That's right.
happy,
Happy
stuff
with
to
a kid.
do.
and a master. Yeah. Beats my old TPKs.
Yeah,
All right, buddy. Have a good
Okay.
life there, eh?
you too.
Later.
All right,
See
keep
ya.
in touch, man.
Yeah. Yep,
See ya.
will do. See ya.
All right. So you've got more people lined up for the Friday game, I hear?
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do another session 0 and see like what
Oh,
everybody
just like
wants to
I'm
do.
losing you.
Can you hear me now?
My internet keeps cutting out. So what we're gonna do is and then everything went blank.
Can you hear me now, Ed?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have another session 0, where we
Okay.
talk about what we want to do. Because if people want to use the same setting, maybe we can even use the same map, or we can teleport somewhere different, or like there's a couple options. We can like forget the story thread happened, or we could like use the same characters and like do like a flash forward, or we like there's a couple different options, but it depends because we have new people coming on. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get everybody together for next Friday. Just sit down, have
Right.
like a like this is what we're doing. Hopefully, like during that time, we can be like, okay, this is what we're doing, and make characters at the same time.
Cool.
So
So,
everybody's
are we going to be starting around the same level, or do you want to start over like level 1 again? Or
it really depends on what people want to do, cause like the whole situation, like I'm kind of bummed
yeah,
out, right? Because like you guys didn't
yeah.
really get into the story, like it was like just
Mhm.
on the horizon. So there's like that, if you guys started
Well,
a little bit higher level, you could start and like say if we flashed forward.
we flash forward a year and gain a level, and you know, it's like we
Yeah,
all met randomly at a bar or something.
right.
Mhm.
Or we could do that, or if like the new people coming on are like, I'd really like to start at the lower level and like play the way through, then we could do that. um, But I mean, we always have the characters, so like worst case, we could
Right.
keep these characters and do some one shots, or like maybe down
Right.
the road we could get back together. But again, yeah, we're
Exactly.
gonna get everybody. I'm gonna try and get everybody for next Friday, work
Cool.
everything out, and then we'll go from there because we'll see what everybody wants to do.
Cool. Well, my boy, Thursday night's game is gone there, so he's free on Fridays if you need another player there. I heard you might have a couple lined up anyway, so if you,
Yeah, I get
yeah,
with you, Anthony. I think that's five players, right?
there you go.
Right,
Yeah.
Anthony, Brianna. Uh, I can't remember her name, but the person from my illustration class, you, and then radio. So that's five. So
Cool. Is the
yeah.
is the girl from the class there? Is that the giggly one that started with us?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that was egg.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week there, eh?
Yeah, good times.
And like I
Alright.
say, if you guys need to change it, I'm open now on Tuesdays and Thursday as well. So
All right,
if
homie.
you
Well,
can change it. All right,
thanks
guys.
for thanks for playing, man. And
No worries. I'm going back to BattleTech. Oh my God, that's good. Try it definitely. All right, later, guys.
See ya.